Thunderstorm. A Guide to Beneficial Paranoia, a surrealist guide that isn't a guide, grounded in the perceptual possibilities of paranoia itself. Respect rain showers, respect buffering, stop to smell the flowers, grow vegetables, don't watch pornography, watch more sunsets, witness life, stop living it, avoid feeling better today than yesterday. Neither exists or matters, yet always existed and mattered entirely too much. Smoke amphetamines, snort amphetamines, drink water, stop drinking milk. Take psychedelics and become more paranoid. Paranoid is good paranoia. Is your friend paranoia? Is like going to the gym for your mind. Don't go to church, instead go to the desert. Instead go to India. Die. Beneath the camel's brow. Die. In the sun. Die. In the winter. Die. In the water. Die. In the fields of daylilies. Die. Everywhere, except in your bed. Make your bed only occasionally. Don't ever sleep in your bed. Just look at it. Stop listening, stop listening, stop listening to me. Listen very carefully to every word leaving my mouth. Cerulean blue, cerulean blue. I, the neuroscientists, don't want you to know this. Paranoia is attention. It's the prefrontal cortex finally awake, finally learning to read the margins. Your brain, for years, has been operating on defaults, pattern matching the safe, the known, the acceptable. It filters, it drowns out. It calls this sanity. Paranoia drowns nothing out. When you become paranoid, you become a sensory instrument. Every sideways glance is data. Every delayed response is a text. The world stops being a passive backdrop and becomes a language you'd forgotten you speak. This is not madness. This is remembering. The guide begins in rain because rain is the first test. Rain announces itself. It drums on surfaces that weren't listening. If you respect the rain shower, you respect the proposition that something invisible can reshape everything visible. That the world is not sealed. That there are presences you don't control and cannot fully comprehend, and they arrive anyway. This is what paranoia teaches, permeability. Roman 2. The flowers you stop to smell are already watching. You think this is a metaphor. The flowers don't think at all, they know. They've been monitoring the spacing of your footsteps, reading the chemistry of your breath. When you bend to smell them, you are finally meeting them at the level of exchange. This is not a disease. This is reciprocity. Grow vegetables, not for food, though they will feed you. Grow them to understand conspiracy from the inside. Watch how the tomato plant and the soil fungus, deep below where vision reaches, are already in conversation without language. Watch how nutrients move through bargains you cannot. Audit. Watch how the zucchini grows grotesque and bountiful while you sleep, executing plans drafted in spore language centuries before your birth. If you grow vegetables, you learn that paranoia is simply seeing the network that was always there. The pornography instruction. Don't watch because it flattens the body into a product, a simplification, a false reassurance that you understand the other person's desires. Instead, watch sunsets. A sunset never finishes the same way twice. There is genuine uncertainty there. There is no resolution. You witness something that could destroy you with light and color, and you stand there, alive, misinterpreting it completely. And that misinterpretation is the whole point. Witness life means stop performing it. Stop editing it for an audience that may or may not be real. They are real. But that's not the point. The moment you live it, you are a character in your own fiction, and you will soften the edges to make yourself sympathetic. Paranoia won't let you do this. Paranoia insists the edges are there. They're sharp. You are not the protagonist. You are a subject under constant appraisal by forces that don't care if you're sympathetic. This is freedom. Roman 3. Neither the past nor the future exists or matters. This is pharmacologically true when you're coming up on amphetamines. Time collapses into an eternal present that feels urgently important. Yet it always existed and mattered entirely too. Much this corrects the correction. The past is a ghost with paperwork. It will haunt the filing cabinets of bureaucracy forever. The future is a ghost with a gun. Somewhere, decisions are being made about your continued relevance. Paranoia accepts both. It neither denies the ghosts nor surrenders to them. Smoke amphetamines, snort amphetamines, drink water. These are not instructions for behavior, but instructions for perception. The amphetamines sharpen the mind into something granular and brutal. Water is the only substance that reminds you that your body is mostly not body, that you are a container for a fluid medium, that you could leak. Stop drinking milk, because milk is a mammal's broken promise, a liquid designed to make a young thing dependent. You've already grown. You don't need the promise anymore. Roman 4. Take psychedelics and become more paranoid. This is the core inversion. Most people are told that psychedelics deliver unity consciousness, boundary dissolution, the feeling of merging with all that is. For some, yes. But psilocybin and LSD and mescaline also do something else. They make pattern recognition hypersensitive. A room full of people suddenly reveals itself as a complex negotiation of gazes, hierarchies, microaggressions, and hidden alliances. The drug doesn't create these things. It removes the filter that usually screens them out for the sake of functional social performance. You become paranoid because you become accurate. The guide you are reading does not trust you to understand this without pharmaceutical enhancement. And so the guide insists. It is not madness to see that the other person at the table is evaluating you for weakness. It is not madness to notice that social interaction is a constant micronegotiation of power. It is madness to deny these things and pretend we are all just here to be nice. Paranoia is like going to the gym for your mind. You are training perception. You are building the neural architecture necessary to hold complexity. Some of it is a real threat. Your boss is thinking about whether you cost more than your replacement. This is true. This is always true. Some of it is your own projection, your mind's creation of narrative in gaps where none exists. But the practice, the constant scanning, the hypothesis testing, the revision of models, this strengthens you. V. Don't go to church. Instead, go to the desert. Churches are consensus reality engines. They gather people who have agreed on what is sacred, what is meaningful, what is real. They pool interpretation. The desert has no consensus. The desert will kill you quietly. The desert doesn't require you to believe anything. It is radically indifferent to your spiritual categories. In the desert, you are paranoid because you should be paranoid. Every shadow might be a rattlesnake. Every rock formation might be a shelter. Every star might be a guide, or might be random fusion on impossible distances. The paranoia is calibrated to reality. It keeps you alive. The guide says, go to India or anywhere else far from the coordinate of your comfort. Go somewhere that doesn't share your language, your assumptions, your unquestioned defaults. This is where paranoia becomes most useful. Without a shared code, you must attend to everything, tone, gesture, the temperature of silence. You must become a reader of signals. You must accept that you are always, partially, misunderstanding. This is not failure. This is the real skill. VI. Die beneath the camel's brow. Die in the sun. Die in the winter. Die in the water. Die in the fields of daylilies. The guide asks you to practice death in every environment, not mystically, practically. Imagine each death. Become paranoid about the specific dangers of each location. In the desert, dehydration, exposure, the slow cooling of the body. In the winter, hypothermia, the peace that comes before the end. In water, the surprising speed of drowning, the body's confusion about which direction is air. In the daylilies, the microscopic, the slow consumption by soil and insects. Die everywhere except in your bed. Your bed is where you dream the narrative of your life, where you edit yourself into shape. The guide insists, don't die there. Don't let your final moment be surrounded by your own chosen comfort, your own curation. Make your bed only occasionally. Don't ever sleep in it, just look at it. The made bed is a proposition. It says, there is an order here. There is a future where you will rest here. You have a future. The guide knows this is a lie. The made bed is paranoia expressed as housekeeping. The moment you make the bed, you've admitted, something could happen. I should be prepared. But if you never sleep in it, you stay in an uncertain state. You never collect the comfort. You never seal the deal. You remain contingent. Romans 7. Stop listening. Stop listening. Stop listening to me. Listen very carefully to every word leaving my mouth. This is the final paradox, the guide that denies itself, the authority that says it has no authority. But this is where all paranoia arrives eventually, the recognition that even your own perception is a story someone else is telling. Your filter is not neutral. Your attention is not pure. You are infected with language, categories, the ghosts of everyone who taught you how to see. So stop listening to the voices that say you should relax, should trust, and accept the default version of reality. But really listen to the voice that says you shouldn't, that says the margins are real, that says a raindrop knows things you don't. Roman 8. Cerulean blue. Cerulean blue. This is the mantra of the guide. This is the color that appears at the exact moment between visible and invisible light. It's the blue of distance, of things that aren't quite here. It's the blue of paranoia, a color that suggests that what you see is only the edge of what is actually present. The guide doesn't end. Paranoia doesn't end. The moment you relax your vigilance, you've already lost something. But this is acceptable. This is life. This is the only way to be fully, terrifyingly alive. Respect the rain. Grow the vegetables. Become paranoid. Die in gardens. The guide you're reading is lying to you and telling you the truth simultaneously. Both are real. Both are necessary. Cerulean blue. Cerulean blue.